Greetings, everyone. Pete Pardo here from Sea of Tranquility. Welcome to another episode of What's Hot with Sea of Tranquility. It's Wednesday, new release day here on the channel. Today we've got one I've been waiting to get to for a while. Of course, I'm going to squeeze it in right at the end of the year. So this is the long-awaited release from late Big Train vocalist David Longdon. It's called Door One. So this is an album that David, who had been a member of Big Train for many years, but he had occasionally released some solo albums, and this is one that he had been working on for a while in between doing regular commitments with Big Train, a prog rock band that has taken on some popularity. So he had to kind of put some of his solo releases a little bit on the back burner to deal with all the increased success that was going on with Big Train. And he tragically and suddenly died in November of 2021 while he was kind of putting the finishing touches on this particular solo record, Door One. Didn't quite finish it up. Almost. Yeah, I think if you read in the booklet in here, it was about 95% complete. So the remaining participants and producer decided to let's kind of put the last little pieces together, and based on David's notes about how songs were supposed to be taking shape and all that sort of thing, if we got to add something here and there, we'll do that, because we do feel it's very important to get his final work in the hands of the fans. So that is what Door One is. So again, there's a nice little painting of David. Great singer. Sadly missed. Man, what a tragedy when someone in their mid-50s just kind of leaves us so suddenly, right? So let's take a look at the little digipack thing here. Here he is. We've got the booklet, which is does a really fine job of kind of explaining the history of this album and how it took shape, and his kind of vision and how they wanted to release it. It's kind of cool. We got side one, side two there, and here's the essay about the album and the creation of the album, and talking about David and whatnot, which was written by Mike Barnes. Okay, and then you get lyrics to the songs. There he is. If you've never listened to Big Train before and you're not familiar with David, very good singer who has this kind of, you can hear little bits of Peter Gabriel and Phil Collins and Fish in his vocal style, but he's got a very warm voice, warm and inviting. Here you got the tracks and who plays on what. Okay. David does all the vocals, obviously. He does lots of keyboards and piano and some guitars. You've got Jeremy Stacy plays drums on here. Steve Vancis on bass guitar. Steve, of course, has played with Fish. You got Hazel Mills on synthesizer. Stuart McCallum, electric guitar. Gregory Spaughton on 12-string acoustic guitar. Gary Branham on guitars. He's got some friends from Big Train involved here. I'm trying to think if there's anybody else. Theo Travis on saxophone, right? The great Theo Travis. Any other names? I want to make sure I get everybody here. Sarah Ewing on backing vocals. I think I got everybody. All right, and the Abbey Road strings are here as well, so there's orchestral stuff on here. Did I get everybody? I think I got everybody. Nina Brahman backing vocals. Patrick Phillips on synthesizer. Yeah, I think I got everybody. So yeah, this is a they talk about in the booklet how the album was very personal to David, and then some of the lyrics and the tones of the album are very personal, and I get that. This is it's a heavy listen and not heavy music. It's like you can kind of feel the emotion here, and I think there's a sense of sadness because of his sudden loss, that you listen to this and this turns out to be his final work, and it's like, But part of the album, I don't even know if I would call most of this album prog rock. Big Big Train is a very cool progressive rock band. They do things a little bit differently. They had elements of folk and pop in their music, and little Celtic themes and whatnot. So Big Big Train is its own thing. This doesn't really, other than the voice itself, this doesn't really sound like that. You got Into the Ice House is like this ambient piece which opens up. It's an instrumental, very very cool. Then you got Watch It Burn, which is more of like a cool hard rocker, right? Really good song. I like that. Good guitar work on that. Then there's No Ghost Like an Old Ghost, which is more of kind of like mid-paced, melancholy pop. Just a pleasant song. The singer in the song, another really gorgeous song. Got a little prog elements, but not big. Forgive but Not Forget. That's again a little more melancholy and mellow. Sangfroid is another kind of upbeat rocker. I like that one quite a bit. Then you have the Letting Go and Love Is All, which kind of finish up the album. And again, it's more kind of like peaceful, melancholy. You can emotional. You can feel the personal bits that David put into these songs, and obviously lyrically this stuff meant a lot to him. So it's one of those albums that you have to let sink in for a while. One listen, the whole album isn't going to grab you immediately. It's one of those things the more you play it, the more you're kind of like, all right, this is really good. The vocal melodies and the vocals themselves are just incredible. Such a good singer, and you feel the love and passion that he put into this. And I think it's really cool that everybody involved made sure that this got released and got completely finished up as his direction had dictated. So apparently he was a voracious note taker. They talk about that in the booklet, about how to even when they're out, Big Big Train is out touring and playing around, he's always taking notes and putting down ideas for stuff that he was working on, whether it be for Big Big Train or for his solo records. And I think that he had so much detailed notes about the way he wanted these songs to be kind of finished up, and realized that they had a good idea of what they needed to do with the remaining 5 or 10% that wasn't really finished, right? So there's that. So yeah, so this is like I said, this if you're a Big Big Train fan, you're going to want to have this. I think if you're also just into really good kind of lush rock music, it's not really prog like I said, but if you like some of the solo work of Mr. Derek Dick Fish himself, it's not all that different from some of that. It's more introspective. It's definitely more personal. There's some rockers on here, there's some more poppy stuff on here, there's more kind of lush folky stuff. There's a little bit of everything here, but don't expect big bombastic intricate prog rock. It's not that type of an album, but I think there's some wonderful stuff here. And if you appreciate a really good vocalist and lyricist at the kind of peak of his powers, and sadly right around the time where he was taken from us, this is going to be a must here. So I would say go out and investigate this and see what you think. It's definitely a really really good one. Easy 4 out of 5 star here. Door One from the late David Longdon. Go check it out. Visit us on the web at www.seaoftranquility.org. We're on Facebook. We're on YouTube. All together, all the damn time. Thanks for watching, everybody. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and click on that notification bell so you get alerted of all of our content as it posts. And please do investigate the links down below to our Ko-Fi page and our merch page. So thanks for watching. I am Pete Pardo. We'll see you real soon here on the channel with more stuff. Have a good one, everybody. Bye-bye.